That's gone. It doesn't happen anymore.
That's not good.
It's what it is. You know, what are you gonna do?
Oh man, just
We saving the rivets?
I'm saving the rivets.
Thank you.
I'm gonna need them
Yeah, we might. I mean, we used them finally,
the other day.
and I don't know where I put my other rivets, so. Oh, we got to jump up there to the Focal box. For those of you always wonder, you see these random boxes up here that thankfully are becoming fewer and fewer. Somewhere up there, that one says Focal parts. So anytime we have these extra plugs left over from Focal, we put them in one of these boxes. So each one of these boxes kind of has stuff in it that is slowly but surely going into the garbage.
You never know when you're gonna need.
No, well, but we kind of figured out that we don't need a lot of it, so we just throw things like that box could probably get thrown away. Those can get thrown away.
We have a lot of stuff that we can throw away.
There's at least 2 there.
Oh, there it is. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
See?
The most useless things ever. You know what I hate about these things and why I don't use them is because these corners, I can't tell you how many times I've been cut.
You scratch yourself?
Yeah, no, bleed, blood. What's up from South Africa? Awesome videos. Thank you. Thank you. Does Maestro R work on a 2014 Honda Accord with dual screen? It does not. It does not work on that. However, Metro does make an adapter for it.
Yeah.
But what you can do is they do make a basic dash kit. I think Scosche still makes the basic dash kit for that. If you have the non-navigation version of the radio, you can remove the whole air conditioning front panel off of the radio and relocate the radio into the glove box. And then if you do that, you can keep that top screen doing what it needs to do. The only thing that you need off of the factory radio at that point is the adjustments for the clock. There's like 2 buttons that you need off of the factory radio. And typically what I've done in the past is just circle them with a Sharpie and put an arrow to them so I know where they're at, or the customer knows where they're at, I should say.
If you have a laser, you can make a laser panel.
We didn't have any room. It literally is just enough room. Because remember, the first one we did, we put like a panel over the front and then we had to remove it. But you need power and ground off of the main harness. And then there's a secondary harness that plugs into it, and that whole harness, and illumination. You need power, ground, and illumination. Power, ground, so the 3, power, ground, accessory, illumination.
The big 3?
And then there's a secondary harness that controls the top screen. It's like an 8-pin harness. That needs to be cut, lengthened, and plugged into the back of the radio. Other than that, it's not as hard as you would think. But the navigation one, can't do that on. Hello, which do you prefer, Utopia M tweeters or Morel Piccolo? It's going to be Piccolo. I'm not a fan of the Utopia M tweeter. I've yet to be impressed by them. I know that a lot of people are like, but every system we've heard with the M stuff has always been brand new and never broken in. So I haven't yet heard a broken in Utopia M system. I don't think we've ever done a set of Utopia M's, have we? No?
Yes, we did.
We did?
One, but haven't it's supposed to I don't know. Return for the beryllium tweeters. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. We never did the tweeters. That's right. He might have just done it himself because we made it so all he could have to do is pop it off and pop it in.
So what are your level of excitement on the JL Tune Max?
If JL came through the door right now,
it says, "Did you want?"
It says, "I have one here in my hand. Do you have $3,500 for it?"
Yes.
He wouldn't be leaving with it. So, I called a few people that I'm like, "Hey man, can you order 2 so I can get one?" Because they're like, "Man, I've already ordered mine." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, you suck. Order another one because I want one. Damn it." So, am I excited about it? Highly excited. I am super excited. I was thinking around $2,500.
Yeah.
So it's about $1,000 over where I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Is it going to be something that shops buy? Man, I don't see a lot of shops buying this. I see it being one of those pieces where
select.
I feel it's gonna be one of the things that JL is probably going to do some form of a deal for dealers on it that they feel should have it. But I mean, the idea is to make DSP easier, and I don't know if this is going to do that. I think it's going to make the guys that understand DSP and what it's capable of doing way more excited, and that's what I'm excited about, because it does a lot of things that, like, we know JL has been doing, and they've showed us in their videos that they can do it, and we're all sitting here going, how are they doing that? Wait, wait, they're talking about how cool this is, but there's literally no way to do that right now without, you know, doing other things. And so, yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Hopefully December we'll get one when they come out, and we can start using it.
Yeah.
So that'll be awesome.
That's gonna be awesome. Yes.
Hello, my friend. Helix, Max, Brax. Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Now, some of the features that it has exist already. It's not like it's doing something that we don't have access to, but it's doing it in a way which I like, which is standalone. Meaning it doesn't matter whose equipment you have, you can use our piece to do it. So like if you're a Brax and Helix user, if you use the mic, you can do a lot of those things with their piece. So that's cool. And there again, with the software update to 4, was it Tune 4? You don't have to have all that stuff. You can just plug a mic into your laptop and do some of the basic features of the Max. You just obviously won't have the 5 mic array and all that other fun stuff. You'll just, you'll get to do. So there again, I like it. I think the Tune 4 software is going to really help a lot of people with the basic mic array or just one mic. That's going to be pretty awesome for everybody that's a JL dealer, just like it's been pretty awesome for the Helix guys. But we've seen this in the past, like Audison has BitTune, which was actually a pretty decent price for what it is. Back then it was, I think it was like $1,000. You could probably pick up one used now for about $800, but then you had to pay like another $1,000 to have it unlocked. So like if you wanted to use it as is any way you wanted. There's a big update for BitTune coming out here in the next couple days, I guess, because they're having their trainings next week. So we'll have to just see what happens. I don't know, but I totally want one, and I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Do you guys wire train horns? I don't do any train horns. No. That's a headache. Anyways. I know we haven't been on like all week. Arturo's in the house.
What's up, man?
Maybe, but me, no dealer. Yeah, I think it. There again, I feel this is gonna be. I feel this is gonna be something that select. I don't think it's gonna close the gap.
For what?
For shops that do DSP versus shops that don't do DSP.
I think it's gonna expand the gap. The reason why I say that
I think Tune 4 with the basic mic will, but I don't think the Max is.
Well, like I said, Max is gonna be selective people. They're gonna buy it, and then maybe you can pull more people into the bus and say, hey, come on, man, like this is pretty cool.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Pretty nice.
What is different with this new piece? So, a couple things that you can do with this is it's a 5 mic array, and there again, that's not anything new. BitTune has had that, but they go about accessing the data differently. So having access to the 5 microphones, having access to automatically figure out time delay and phase, which is pretty cool, and then all the comparison information that you can do with it is pretty awesome. But there again, this is tweaky stuff, and that's why it's $3,500, because for 90% of the people out there that are doing DSP, you don't actually need access to this, because the goal of the DSP is just to make the car sound better. And there's a difference between, like, okay, to get from 0 to 90%, that's pretty cool. Like, that's awesome. To get from 90 to 95%, all right, that takes a lot more work than it did to get to 90%. To get from 95 to 98%, they're again exponentially harder, more work. most people are not 95, 98%. Most people are, give me to 90%. I'm happy, I'm good, I'm awesome. And that's way better than you'd ever get. But those last few feet, you know, when they say the last 100 miles or whatever it is the longest, loneliest road ever, I don't know. But
yeah.
So for most people, they're not going to need that. But for nerds, we totally need that. So, you know, give somebody a hammer without a nail, they're just going to beat stuff up. Words of wisdom by Dean. So, and the other thing too is, honestly, it's one of those tools where it does a ton of stuff, and we're just super excited to get it because we want to just see what we can do with it. We want to push it to its maximum. We use a lot of RTA work, so anytime I can get more stuff, I mean, that's why that's why we buy so many tools. It's because it makes our jobs easier. You know, that was why we came out with the IRTA that no one has yet, because it's going to make your jobs easier. You got another one? Just joined, what are we talking about? We're talking about the new JL Audio Max and Tune 4 software that they introduced yesterday. If you're not familiar with it, definitely head over to their YouTube channel and check out the video they did yesterday. It's like 25 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's their new RTA / godlike device. It's going to be about $3,500. Well, it is $3,500. There's no about it. But the new Tune 4 software will allow you to plug in. So even that's going to be cool because, I mean, we have the Tweak.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting, and that's why I bought the Tweak, so that we can do things like this. So hopefully we'll be able to update the Tweak, get the new software on a Mac, which is the other thing why it's awesome, because we do all our RTA work on a Mac. But keep in mind, like, you know, because immediately someone's like, oh, well, the DMRTA, it's like, dude, DMRTA, $700. This, $3,500. There's a lot. Where are the RTAs on the cargo ship off and on? No, they made it. They made it here.
They are in the cargo, and then
they're in a cargo in my house, my living room right now. Actually, yes. No, we actually paid to have them airshipped in. I didn't want to. I don't know why at this point, because, yeah, but no. So they'll be here by Christmas. But no, we have them. I just need time. So
make sure you have your money for Christmas.
Yes, have your $250 ready to go plus shipping.
Yeah, that's it.
Adapter to fit a CMD 700 and a 2016. There isn't going to be one. You're going to have to make it from El Scratcho. Definitely going to have to make it. Great Friday.
Hey,
thank you, Mr. William Bird.
William.
Thank you so much. Sorry, JL, not JBL. Did I say JBL?
You say JBL.
If I said JBL, I apologize. It's JL. There again, guys.
JL Audio.
We really need to you know, get a little bit more names and letters into car audio. Like, if I was ever to come out with a car audio brand, I would look at everyone and come up with a name / abbreviation that nobody freaking uses.
Speaker. What about speaker?
Too common. But like German Maestro. As boring as that sounds, there's no mistaking it with anything else. German Maestro. Oh, well, I take that back. No, and I'm literally looking at Maestro. Yeah, ARR, Maestro.
Yeah, it's just...
Never mind, screw that. Yeah, totally wrong. Damn it, Morel. Is there anything that's Morel? I mean, it starts with an M, though. We just talked about Maestro.
Morel.
Man, see, yeah, no. Sound Digital, pretty common. I mean, it's got sound in the title.
And Rockford is
Rockford, I guess.
It's unique.
R.
What do you
what else starts with an R? What other brands start with R's? That's a good question.
Ricardo.
Yeah, Ricardo Subwoofers. Monster from Rachel.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up? Havoc. Best 4 channel for power at the moment. A lot of requirements when you're saying best amplifier for power. So, you know, for me, when I look at a best amplifier, first off, what do I need it to do? So let's answer the question with you actually figuring this out on your own. What do I need it to do? Meaning, what am I looking to power? How much power do I need it to have? Is 75 watts enough? Do the speakers I have, are they efficient? Will 75 watts get them up to dance? Or do I need 100 watts? I don't want to buy a 100 watt amplifier if really all I need is 70 watts, because why would I want to spend the money on that? Now, if I need more power, like 120 watts, okay, well, that's different. So find out how efficient your speakers are and what they're actually going to be doing. Then let's look at the size. Where's this thing got to go? That's important. because it's really cool to get a 200 watt 4-channel amplifier that won't fit anywhere. We get people that do that all the time and look at them and go, man, that ain't going in your car. That ain't gonna fit. Well, I was thinking about, I just don't know where I'm gonna put it. Yeah, no kidding, neither do I. Ain't gonna fit. So size is important. Do I need something small, like a micro amplifier, Sound Digital, Rockford Mini T, and any one of the other handfuls of tiny amplifier, Kicker Key? Or am I good with a bigger amplifier? Now, 4 channels. That means I'm gonna have a subwoofer amplifier. If I'm gonna have a subwoofer amplifier, how big is that gonna be? What kind of current consumption do I have? So these are all things that you need to think about. Do I want a DSP built into it? Do I not want a DSP built into it? Does it need to do high level? And if it is going to do high level, how much voltage am I going to put into it? So does my radio have 10 volts of output or 8 volts of output? If it's a standard radio with no external amplifier, chances are good it's going to be under 10 volts. So do I buy an amplifier that has a high level to low level adapter in it, pay a little bit more and get that built in? Or do I want to pay even more money and go with an external high level to low level? So there's a lot when you're asking what is the best 4-channel amplifier. It's what's the best 4-channel amplifier for you. And then, of course, all of this, you still have to figure out how much money do you want to spend.
Oh.
So there you go. There's
Oscar.
You know. Oh, McLaren.
Mm-hmm.
Which is basically sounds like McLaren.
McLaren?
Yeah.
Yeah, McLaren.
Yeah. So, Oscar, I want to tell you something right now. The industry awards are starting. If it hasn't launched already today, it should be launching today.
The video's already up.
Is the video up?
Yeah.
So
it's been up since you
the 20th?
shared it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so the industry awards have started. So Installer of the Year, Trusted Tech, Retailer of the Year, all that fun stuff has started. I'm not running this year because I'm a board member. And so I've had to remove myself from the running. So all you guys are going, oh, damn, I wanted to vote for you. Thank you. But we've changed the whole system. But you need to watch the video that Jeff Smith and I just did. Because for one, it's funny. Apparently it's funny. Do you think it's funny?
It is. It is really funny.
Jeff was on point. Jeff was, I don't know, I think he'd just come off of like a coffee Red Bull hangover. But I had to play the stiff one in this one. So it was like 2 color commentary. He was color commentary and I was the play-by-play guy. But you definitely have to check it out because you're in it, whether you know it or not. So it's kind of fun. I don't even know where I was going with that. Power Morel tweeters and Morel 6.5 loud and clean.
Yeah.
What does Christian want?
Power. Just power.
It's just power. I replaced my factory head unit on my Lexus 95 SC 300 with a Pioneer NEX. Randomly turns on while car is off. Any ideas? That would be your car. That would have to be something weird going on in your car because the radio is dumb. The radio is just the radio is a reaction. So there would have to be something severely wrong with the radio in order for it to do that, but the radio reacts to the situation it's in. So my guess is the car is doing something weird. I don't really have an idea. However, the thing that turns on the radio is the accessory wire. If you're worried about it being something with the radio, if you put a manual toggle switch on the red wire and turned it off when you get out of the car, if the radio still turns on randomly, that's telling you it's something with the radio. If the radio stops turning on, then that would tell you it's something with the car, in which case you could probably just find a better accessory wire that isn't turning on.
That's weird.
But that's how you would troubleshoot that. What do you recommend for a double DIN screen head unit that won't break the bank with Apple CarPlay? Whatever you can find, man.
Right
Welcome
now,
to COVID. There is no such thing. No. It's just whatever you can get your hands on. Yeah. Apparently, we ordered a bunch more of the Grundig radios. I think we have like 24 Grundig radios coming in.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Did you see the other day where the guy put the power acoustic in the Ferrari? Because that's all he could get his hands on? I was like, okay, look great.
Yeah.
Look great, but it was like, that's all he could get his hands on.
I just got my sucker.
Well, that makes one of us. Still waiting for the second piece of ours. Come on, Casey, get to work. 4-channel amp, not... I'm guessing he's saying Voce. Not Thesis. power and can run tweeters at, oh, why is Christian?
Well, hang on.
Come on, Christian. That's just Christian. Dude, he's got like 10 amplifiers. Thoughts on Powerbase as a speaker brand? Thinking of getting them for a family member who has a 2021 Mustang. Appreciate it. I'm a big fan of Powerbase. The thing about Powerbase is it's a factory upgrade. It's not going to be the most expensive speaker. It's a reasonably priced factory upgrade is essentially what it is. The reason I like them is because they sound good. If you give them a little power, they will sound even better. But we use them in cars where people don't want to pay the premium for like the Focal plug and play. We'll just go, all right, well, if you want the plug and play style application, then we go with the Powerbase stuff. And we've never not had a good result.
No, Christian was talking about is like, he want a 4-channel amplifier, not Boche.
Yeah, he doesn't want to spend $1 million.
He want power.
Okay.
So the RS amplifiers.
Oh, from ARC?
No. From Artisan.
Those.
RS.
Oh yeah, the artists. They make the ones I have over there.
They
Yeah.
expensive and they good.
Yeah, yeah.
You have some.
I do have some. I do have a set of those. I forgot.
Thoughts on Powerbase speakers?
I already answered that.
Okay.
What's your education background regarding car audio? I've been doing it for 30 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. As far as education goes, like, really,
What do you want to know?
there's not, you can go to Installer Institute, which you'll learn how to do great fabrication and basic installation. But I've been in cars for 30 years, and that's really what it comes down to, is the best way to learn car audio is to do car audio. You can read everything you want, which I do. I read as much as I can possibly get my hands on. But physically doing it is really the best way to learn that I've found over the years. I mean, I don't know. I do okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All right. Any tips on getting the static out of the speakers? I have 2 of them in the 2.5s, but the tweeter seems to be the only ones that the static is. Yeah.
No, the static is coming out of all the speakers. The reason why you can only hear it out of the tweeters is because it's at a higher frequency that the tweeters are trying to play, and the tweeters are more efficient and are more sensitive, which is, anyways, you get my point, at that frequency level. So static is there again, reactive. A speaker is reactive. A speaker reacts to what is being fed. So what is causing the static? It's going to be coming from the amplifier. What is causing the amplifier to make the static? That's kind of what you have to figure out.
Yeah.
So is it coming from what I'm playing? Is it coming over the power line? Your phone, believe it or not, is an awesome tool. You just need to do one extra thing to it, which is get some form of an aux to RCA output. Once you have that, then you can plug that into an amplifier and see where the noise is coming from. Meaning, is it coming from my source unit? Is it coming from, or when I bypass my source unit, does it go away? So, basic troubleshooting like that. A lot of people automatically just start regrounding the amplifiers, and it's like,
maybe it's the radio.
Maybe it's the radio. Maybe it's the amplifier.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things
There's a cable.
But they're, again, a speaker reactive. So unless the speaker wire is sitting on top of something that is making static, there again, it's not the speaker. It's reacting to the situation. So you have to figure out what is causing it and where. And playing your phone into the amplifier.
Maybe the gains are too high.
Again, I don't know. There's a lot of things that can do that. What if your phone doesn't have a headphone jack out? Well, of course it doesn't have a headphone jack out. It's an iPhone. Apple makes a headphone jack to a headphone jack adapter. So, for example, hey, here's a lightning cable.
Where is it?
I don't know. It's probably in the backpack. Look at that. There's a lightning cable to aux jack.
Yeah.
Here's a neat one. Wait, hold on. I don't know. Now I'm being a smartass. I apologize. Female, RCA.
I mean, you find it in Amazon, man.
Yes. So Apple does also make the little tiny lightning adapter to female, which is what you're going to need for the IRTA. I don't know where the hell we put that. It's probably in my backpack, but that's how you would do that. And if it has a USB-C, then you just do USB-C to aux jack. There's always an answer.
In a hybrid vehicle, what is the biggest amplifier I can put in there without messing with the charging system?
It's gonna
and speakers upgrade.
It's gonna depend on. It's just gonna depend on the current consumption of the amplifier, and also what the car is giving you. In the past, like we've only worked with Priuses, all right, and some of these new Hyundais we haven't had the pleasure of dealing with yet. Mm-hmm. So it really just depends on, like in a Prius, it is a motor. It has a regular 12-volt battery. It's easy enough to do whatever you want. I think we put a 3K in one once with no problems, and a big giant 15. I was against it, but it worked fine. But some of these cars where you have not a real 12-volt battery in the car, like in the Hyundais, well, then it becomes a problem because that power point is only good to so much. So at that point, you really need to think about adding a second battery to the car so that you don't, and some form of switching relay. So there's things like that you have to keep in mind. Like no amplifier is going to be, pretty much any amplifier you put in there is going to draw more current than the car is going to want to handle. So you're going to need other batteries because there's not an actual battery in the car. It's just using cells off of the car battery, the motor drive battery. So it gets kind of weird and sucks, basically. Poor wire shielding will sure cause noise, especially on older vehicles, as Dean has said, speakers and receivers. Yes, speakers are receivers. This is true. And if you're dealing, so older cars are funny because when I think of an older car, I always think of something like from the 60s and 70s. But reality is an older car is now something from the 90s and early 2000s. And those cars, a lot of the times the charging systems in those cars suck. And you could, so pop your hood and see what kind of ground you have. If you have an 8-gauge ground, you need to replace your ground, or not necessarily replace, you need to add a bigger ground to it. Because if you run a 4-gauge power wire through your car and your battery has an 8-gauge ground, there's going to be problems there. So you would, running a piece of 4-gauge in tandem with the 8-gauge is a great thing to do. But yes, we actually are running into that more and more now when these earlier or late 99s and early 2000s are coming in, and it's just like, holy crap, like we didn't, whoa. Wow. Thank you. It has a 12-volt battery. 12-volt batteries are great, but I would look at something very efficient. And so what I mean by that is one of the reasons why I love doing the Rockford Mini T amplifiers is because they weren't made for cars. They were made for little side-by-sides. Those things don't have alternators in them. They usually have some form of like generator or stator or some whatever those automotive terms are for things that aren't alternators. And they have small crappy batteries, but everyone wants 1 million watts of power in there. So when you look at like a Rockford T750.1 power, it's awesome. Like those things, they barely even, I don't even think they dim the headlights at night. But that's why I like doing those, because they're small, they're compact. Mm-hmm. Their fuse rating is high, but they're very effective with the amount of power you get out of them. Dean, are you guys going to be around the week of and the week after Christmas? Yes.
The week of.
Yeah, I think the only time we're going to have off is Christmas Eve, maybe. Probably not.
Probably not.
But I think Christmas Eve is on like Saturday. But yeah, no, we'll be around the whole time. We're not. After SEMA, which is coming up next week, which we'll talk more about next week. The following week. Yeah. Next week, we're going to talk about SEMA because of our sponsor, Audio Control. Mm-hmm. Just got off the phone with them, figuring out where everything's at. So if you are going to SEMA, we'll tell you where we'll be so that you can come find us. Those amps are almost 1,000 watts in Rockford power. Yes, Christian, they are. What's your average rate for tuning? Just comes down to time. You know, usually we're going to have the car for 2 hours, and it's whatever Paul is charging for 2 hours. 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
It just depends. Depends on what we have to get into. So there's some pre-action we have to take, make sure everything's where it needs to be.
Right.
Software. So it's just time. You just pay for time. Nice. Might visit relatives, and we'll be in the area. By all means, stop by. Now that you can tell that people are easing up on their COVID-ness because we're starting to get fans that stop by and say hi and whatnot, which is cool because it's really fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's you know, we're busy, but you know, we always will take 5 minutes to say hi and thank you for coming and give you a 5-star lanyard. I know, right? How cool is that?
The new limited edition Epicenter looks sick. It looks sick. It looks really
Grab it.
nice.
We got it. Grab it.
Yeah.
Grab it.
All right.
We have a special edition of the special edition because, you know, how much longer till we can see the Rockford video? Have you been working on them yet? No, Christian, I haven't worked on it yet. It's going to come out after SEMA because the way our schedule and their schedule works, that's what's going to work best for the both of us. So,
Yeah.
limited edition Epicenter. This is it here. It has.
I just clean it and you just put your fingers.
That's okay.
Wow.
So it has the ghosted image of it here, and you'll notice that there's three of these that exist, and only 3, and these are samples. So this one, believe it or not, this one does not light up blue. This one lights up orange. So this is a prototype of it, and they were nice enough to give me this one because the other 2 probably won't make it. But either way. So this is going in a frame. It works. It's fully functional, but it's just going to go in a frame and hang on the wall because it looks pretty neat. But yeah. Are the micro epicenters out yet? Need the small footprint? No, they will be out in November. So they're supposed to be here in November, and I'm with you.
The micro Epicenter?
Yeah, the micro.
I have one.
I know you have one.
I have one.
Dude, you're such a dick. I have one. Oh, you don't have one. And there again, I think there was only like 3 of those because I remember when they handed it to us, they were literally like, are all the pieces in this one? And we're like, yeah, I think so. I'm like, I mean, and they're like, go forth and try to break it. So,
I try it.
Yeah, it's still in your car. Yeah. With the bass knob that everybody wants. Looks like the one you put in the red Camaro with the Rockford T amplifiers. There you go. Yes, we did do that. But yes, those are the amps we talk about. I've got blue LEDs. If you need to decide. No, I do not. I'm gonna leave mine.
No, this is gonna be
because, like I said, there's only 3 of these, and this is the only one that has the orange lights.
And then we have the other one.
Oh, we have the classic.
Like the classic
Yeah.
one, number 3.
Yeah, the number 3. No, so the 3 that they got, one of them has blue LEDs, and then another one has an umbilical coming off of it for testing that they were doing.
Cool.
This was the only one that hadn't been molested yet. So they were like, this one. And I go, sounds good. Beggars can't be choosers.
All right, so Oscar got 4 more amplifiers.
Yes.
Are we gonna put 2 12s or 1 12?
No, he's going to do a
Two
three-way set.
No, subwoofers.
Oh.
2 10s, 1 12. What do you think?
I mean, if it
I
were
would do
me,
2 10s.
I would do some bass. I mean, I'm not a like
The Tesla in half.
okay, so like Rob's Circuit City Rob's that was out at Audio Control's booth.
Yeah.
And
2 10s.
that sounded good.
Yeah. That's
That
what
was nice.
That's what I'm saying.
But now the one
there's
that was
different
remember the
models.
one that was it California? The Tesla they had in California that had like some serious bass in it. That was pretty awesome. I mean, I'm going
It
for
had
big
two,
bass.
GBs.
Yeah, okay. Is that what it was? Yeah, that was nice. 212.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
oh, a single 12, 5.1 in full scope. Oh, so you're gonna do. Where's it at? You're gonna do
Ultimo?
You're gonna do an Ultimo, which is right there, that brown box.
You can't even see it.
I can't even
It's
see it.
around.
Well, that's the Ultimo. You're gonna do one of those. Cool. Make 2 boxes, and then send me the other one. Joking, don't. But you could. I have no idea what our hourly rate is. We don't. So how it works here is that we're not responsible. We don't quote any prices. We don't know how much anything costs. That's Paul's job. Our job is to talk to you, find out what you want, and then we pass it over to him.
The best thing that's with Tom. Tom said, I don't sell. I sell my time. That was awesome.
Well, he's right. I mean, and that's the reality of it. It's just time.
Yeah.
You know, how long is something going to take?
Look who it is.
Who is it?
It's Tommy.
It's Mr. Spears?
Yeah. I was about to say something.
I know. I knew you were. Here, let me get this for you. Oh, no. My pleasure. Get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Get this one for you. Oh, that's weird.
What?
Is that all dirt underneath there? Because it like this, like when you look at it on the phone, see how much darker it looks? That's weird. Sweep it real quick. No, it's just from standing there. I guess mine's the same way. Huh. Never really noticed that until I looked at it through here. Arturo, you better be running for Installer of the Year this year. That's all I gotta say. We need to talk. Call me. I'll help you. No sound. Really? See if we got sound. Good afternoon. See if we got sound. Oh, we got sound. Yesterday we didn't have sound because somebody called me and screwed that up. Dean, how does the old car vid like from this week compare to the new installs? Are they easier due to less tech or harder due to lack of tech? All right, so I'm not gonna lie. I honestly don't know what video went up this morning. Fernando, could you head over to the YouTube channel and check? What I did is, because I was gone all week after work, I bulk loaded those up. I edited everything on Monday and bulk loaded everything up on Monday so that I would have cars. So what was today? Today would have been that Chevy Camaro. Oh, so that was, we actually did that one. That was 2010. I mean, the reality is when you look at like these older cars, which aren't really older, because I mean, that was the same year as my car. I think that might have actually been newer than my car. Is that these cars fall apart so quick. Like my car, and dude, I treated my car like gold. It only had 50,000 miles on it. It was 11 years old or something like that. And you know, the dash was getting sticky, and it's like, and I never put Armor All on it, and it parked in the garage. It had a sunshade, but I think that's more the problem. But I don't know. Cars just suck. I don't think new, old, it matters. Need pressure washing. I think that's the least of our worries. Not gonna lie. The floor is probably the least of our worries. Hey guys. Hey. I have sound. Fernando has sound. Good sound. Sounds good.
No, I got sound.
Say what?
Sounds good.
Arturo.
Yeah.
If you hadn't noticed, somehow the industry awards started. And started already. Like, and you need to run for Installer of the Year.
So run right now.
So what I'm getting at is, if you need help making your video, call me. I will help you, because you need to make a video. I mean, I'll help anybody that needs help. I don't mind. I'm easy to get a hold of. I want everyone to make cool videos. Hey, Turkey's in the house. What's happening? Morel's in the house. We just did a set of Morels. So we got Oscar's in the house. Hola. Oscar got a shout out in the video. If you guys didn't check the video, if you guys haven't seen the video that Jeff Smith and I did for the industry awards, it is on my Facebook page, as well as the 12 Volt Clean Wire Club. If for nothing else, even if you're not in industry, I would watch it. According to Haley, it was funny. Jeff was in rare form that night. Let's just leave it at that. So it was a lot of good times there. Oh, Tommy who?
Who?
Tommy who? Amplifier what? 04 Toyota and the 05 Acura TL. Oh, yes, thank you. I don't know. I mean...
You don't know what?
I don't know if they're easier or harder. I mean, what are your takes on it? Like, when like...
Toyota.
It's like an 04, 05.
Acura TL
Yeah, so,
amplifier and.
I mean, honestly, okay, let me ask you this. New car, old car, which one do you want to work on?
In the new car.
The new car.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to work in a new car.
So 5 years new or is 10 years new? What's new? What's new for you?
2020.
2020 is new.
Yeah.
What's up, Dean? What's up with yourself? So you'd much rather have a new car.
See, it's like some of these cars, they are a pain in it. But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, for us, if we do it constantly, we cannot have that.
I mean, honestly, it's a car. I don't really care.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
But if you just want, yeah, I mean, take your time. It's gonna suck, yes.
Can we get a T2 Rockford? Can we get a T2 Rockford Fosgate 6.5-inch video? All right, well, that's a great question. What would you like to know about the speaker in the video? Because I feel like the T2 6.5, they've been making those for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else I could add to the video.
I like those speakers.
Well, I mean, we do have a decent amount of them. It's kind of like the go-to, I need something really stupid loud and affordable. But what would you like to see that we haven't done on those, I guess would be the question. I mean, as for any video that we make, if we're missing something, I always like people to tell me that, oh, I really would have liked to seen this.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're like, come on, it's not going to happen. But other times we always take that into consideration. I mean, that's why if you look at like one of our review videos today compared to one of our review videos in the past, we've taken everything you guys have suggested and tried to implement them as time goes on so that we can give you the information that you're looking for in said video. And I know the stuff that we review now, we also look at it because some of the stuff we review is expensive. And we want to make sure that before you make that purchase, we give you as much information as we can on that purchase.
Yeah.
Because if you know, we don't review, I mean, like we did the JVC 5 channel because for one, we had one, and two, it's a great value. So I thought that was, you know, so we either have to see a great value in it or it's just a great product. I'm thinking. I don't know, that's always been kind of the new model. That's why we stopped doing like
either way, they are
unboxings
good.
On everything.
They are good partners of the show. So
Yeah. Saludo. Them Morel 9s beating my door panel on them OEM power. It's gonna be wild once I install everything.
Who?
Oscar.
Get back to work, man. You need a Tesla to finish.
Yeah. I have an old 12-inch FTX 550 Thunder. What type of box should I put it in? Ported? So here's the answer to that is always go ported. But sometimes with older equipment, you know, it's tough, man. It's tough. I mean, I'm not a fan of like reusing a woofer just because it's kind of broken in already and it might not always perform the way you want it to in a new style box. Like if you have a box and it's in it and it's broken in and you've had in that box for years and years and years, changing it to another box, the woofer might not survive. But ported, I like ported. 2020 Acura TLX stop start. Oh, give me a break.
Yeah, see?
So there's your new car.
That's when they suck.
Yeah, that's one of those new cars that suck. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I can't. Maybe. No, that was Nissan. Never.
Do you work on more newer cars or older cars? It's a good mix. It really is a good mix. I'd say most cars are 5 years. 5 years. We're in the 5 year.
Older? Yeah.
In the 5 year mark, like anywhere between that seems like a 5-year-old vehicle seems to be the average. Usually it's the second owner, but a lot of times lately we've been getting a lot of first owner cars. It's like F-150s are typically the newer F-150s. I don't think we do very many older F-150s. Jeeps don't ever die. That's the thing with the Jeep. Like a Jeep never gets old, so it's hard to tell like what year a Jeep is because they all look the same. Those JKs didn't change much over the years, so it's hard to keep track of what's going on. Victor, I think you will be able to do not cool installs with newer cars than older ones. No, I think we can do really nice installs with newer cars because so here's the thing to think about when doing a newer car.
What are we doing?
You really have to pay attention to, like, for example, I had a guy come in today that had a newer car, and he'd already come up with his idea of what he wanted to do in the car, and he'd already start buying the product. And now he's coming to me to talk about installation. It's like, you got all the wrong stuff. And it's like, I feel bad because you've already spent the money, but now you want me to get involved in it. And it's like, I don't want to, because it's like, I know it's not going to give me the results I want. I've worked on the car before. We know what it'll do. And it's like, you're going about this all wrong. So I think with the newer cars, you really have to pay more attention to what you're doing, as opposed to the older cars where it was just like, whatever you want, go to town, we'll make room. You know, we'll cut this, we'll shave that. The newer stuff, it's like, no, that's not gonna work.
Well, like, all right, the guy that came here last week or this week with the 6.5s. The box that was too small for all of.
Oh yeah, he had six 6.5s.
You know.
Because he thought it would look cool. And it did look cool.
It looked cool.
It sounded like crap.
It sounded like crap, correct.
Yes, and the 3,000 watt amp on it was,
Woo,
you know, just wasn't working.
It wasn't.
But hey, you know, and it was like, try to tell the guy, listen, man, 210s would sound better than these 6.5s that you built wrong, because it just didn't have the airspace. But you could make them work if you jack the seat up, and
right.
you know, and he's out there listening to music that doesn't have any bass, and it's like, dude, you need an Epicenter, you know, it's like all this stuff. But you know, they didn't communicate, they didn't come in and ask those questions. So it's like,
they did research first.
I have them hooked up to a Scar Audio 404. Okay. New Tundra TRD Pro is my future plan. Yes, it is, Tommy. Yes, it is. Get the JBL system, so we can just put an amp pro in and call it a day. How do you, but I feel they should sound better. That's always the case. And again, it depends. What is an affordable CarPlay unit? Dude, here again, you know, you guys keep asking this question. There's a ton of affordable CarPlay units if you could find one. Sweep off the counter before you sweep the, dude, it's just a matter of trying to find what exists. Right now, it's tough. You know, we've been fortunate enough that we've had a lot of Kenwood 7706s and 706s, and that's kind of our go-to CarPlay unit for wired CarPlay, because it's a short chassis, it doesn't have a CD player, and we've been able to get those through this whole nonsense of COVID and shortages and all that other fun stuff. But you know, not everyone has been so fortunate. It's just tough. Alpine's just started shipping the 407s, so some of 407. It's a 407, which is their new CarPlay unit with HDMI and iData capability. You know, you might be able to find one of those. That's really nice. But
They're like
yeah,
$1,000.
I don't know what they are. Do Phone Runner non-JBL 2017 radio subwoofer roll-off. Listen, man, Toyota just sucks. The factory radios suck. There's just nothing great about them. And I know the easy answer to this is, if you want to see what it looks like, save yourself $250, put it in the bank, and get ready to buy one of the IRTA 2s, because then you'll be able to look at what's coming out of that stereo and go, ooh, damn. That's no good.
No, I was like, damn, $250. Wow.
What a deal.
What a deal.
I know.
Huh?
What's up, Adam? If you had a choice, if you had to choose, which 6.5 component speaker would you choose? Kicker QS, T1s, or Rockford T2s?
Kicker.
The Q class. The Q class.
The Q class.
So Q class, T1s, T2s. Depends. Those are two different sounds.
Yeah.
Totally, and even between the T1s and T2s are two different sounds. The loudest out of the three would probably be the T2s, because they have the metal tweeter and it's super efficient and it's just like. So if you like that sound, go with the T2. The other two have a silk tweeter, which is a little bit more tame, but sounds equally as good. So it's just, there you go. That's kind of the difference between the twos. I ordered a second Max. Thank you.
Second what?
He ordered me the JL. I'm not a JL dealer.
Wow.
He's a JL dealer. I got money burning a hole in my pocket.
That is so nice.
Oh, I asked him to.
Yeah. He's such a nice guy.
He is such a nice guy. You just want to give him a hug next time you see him, right?
All right.
Just no tongue in the ear.
Hey, why not?
I mean, whatever. He might like that.
Yeah.
Great channel. Love your work. You provide great information. We try our best. That's all I can say. You guys rock. Love the content. Thank you. Oh, Haley, what's going on? Feel better. The new 200 JBL system is trash.
What?
One just came in and it sucked. Yes, it does suck. We've had them in too, and it's garbage.
What's up?
The Tundra JBL system.
Yeah.
Listen, man,
Toyotas suck.
all the Toyotas suck. I mean, there's nothing you can do to make a Toyota sound good, man, other than tear it all out. The car is beautiful.
The system is just...
One day Toyota's gonna figure it out, and then we're gonna be screwed.
No, why would they?
I don't know. I mean, Ford has never figured it out. Maybe that's what
They
they're
keep
basing it
charging
on.
you the same
So
money.
maybe what they're doing is they're going, look, all we got to do is beat an F-150. You know, because I mean, the F-150's just crap. Have you installed any high-end vertical Tesla tablets yet?
No.
God willing, no. Listen,
I refuse.
yes. I don't have the patience to deal with the problems you're going to have with those, is really what it comes down to. I'm not saying that they all suck,
Yeah.
but
They came. Like
the nightmare of it is just too much for me to handle. Every customer that we have that has one, they just want it out of their car.
Yeah.
I mean, out of their car. So much so, we actually took one out not too long ago in a Toyota,
Yeah.
and he had to go buy his factory dash special. We had another guy that came in that had one, and we had to put a stereo on it, and it was just sucked so bad. But he's like, I already spent $1,000, and I was like, on the wrong thing. It was so slow. What do those Kenwoods and Alpines cost? Which Kenwoods and Alpines? I don't remember what we were talking about. Sorry. And honestly, I don't know much pricing. Mel! Base Mac.
Woo!
Base Mel.
That's the champion. The
Bell.
world champion.
World champion
World
Mel
champion.
is in the house. We should get him on. Mel, we want to get you on either a Monday or a Saturday or any day during the week. I'm going to talk to you, man, because I want to get you on and have you talk to us about this year. I think that would be kind of cool. Just mainly because I'm not an SPL guy, and hearing the journey that you went on this year might be fun. Hopefully.
That was insane what he did.
Great video on the award. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Dean. I'll reach out, and yes, I enjoyed the video. You're correct about Jeff. He was like, I think he was, no, he'd been hooked up on caffeine and Red Bull all week trying to,
Super busy right
well,
now.
so if any of you guys are going to the Oklahoma SQ finals, Jeff will be there, so will High Five Vega. And if you are going to SEMA, we will be there.
Jeff will be there.
Jeff will be at SEMA too. And that's why he's been so busy,
That's what I'm saying.
because he's been trying to get all their booth stuff done
Yeah.
for SEMA. So
He's a beast.
he is a beast. Will a DSP audio control, okay, DSP audio control will save the stock radio sound. Wait, will a DSP audio control save the stock radio sound?
On where? On the Toyota?
In any car. All right, so in an audio controlled DSP, it will electrically fix, or try to fix, I should say, the signal coming from the radio. So there is an auto EQ function in the DSP. I would recommend running it 2 or 3 times, because each time you run it, it fixes it a little bit more. Just to give you a reference point, like on a kicker key, any kicker key product, it actually runs the DEQ circuit 3 times. Each time you run the DEQ circuit on an audio control, it will fix it a little bit better each time, because it's knocking it down. So if you are going to try to DEQ a system with it, which you can, I would recommend running it at least 3 times, and then go back and do your tune on top of that, and you will have better results. But yes, it will do fun stuff for you. Audison, is it good? I think so. Which ones are those? I mean, APK.
This is the APK.
I got 165. I got the 165s. I have a set of those right there. These are mine. These are my personal ones right there. Those are just the. But yeah, no. Keep in mind they're very efficient. They're made to be run with an efficient 70-watt situation. You don't need a ton of power for those. They're made for Prima Forza stuff. So don't go crazy. But yes, they sound great. They have awesome off-axis response, which means if you're going to be putting them, you know, down in the doors, up in the dash, they sound wonderful.
Yeah.
It's a great speaker. It definitely doesn't get the love that it deserves. Mainly because a lot of people freak out when they see the power handling and they just don't understand what's going on, and it's like, But yeah, it's an awesome. We always have great results when we do a full Prima system.
We never had a problem with those.
No, love them. Hey Art, love your quick videos. He was just saying how he likes Art's videos. If you notice, Art does a lot of hand talk. Just saying. Okay, I really need to go aftermarket Pioneer or Alpine for the 4Runner 2017. Alpine or Kenwood, take your pick. That's what I would say.
I would pick Kenwood.
I would pick the Kenwood, but if I had to, if those were my two choices, what you just gave me, I'd pick the Alpine. No questions. Should I sell my Hyphonics Brutus and buy the Rockford Fosgate T-Series amplifiers? Listen,
It's gonna be Brutus.
I'm not going to tell you that you need to sell an amp to buy another amp. I don't know why you want to do it. I don't know about the situation. I will tell you this. The Rockford T-Series amplifiers have a lot, and I had this same question earlier today. One of the cars I had to go out to, the guy was like, man, they're expensive. And I was like, listen, they're expensive because they're filled with tech. There's a lot of things that go inside of those amplifiers that is just so above and beyond what anybody else does in a comparable wattage size amplifier. They just don't do it.
Yeah.
And that's why they're expensive. You're paying for that. Like if you just want, 1,000 watts and that's all you're concerned with, probably not the amp to buy. But if you want an awesome 1,000 watts that is, as efficient as the amplifier can be, it's maximized to its best potential, there's stuff going on in there to make sure it sounds fabulous because it's Class D, then yeah, you buy that amplifier. I hate shipping shortages, waiting on a Helix amp and acoustic elegant subs. I know what you're feeling, man. I'm going stir crazy. It's okay. Toyota 400, can you save it with a DS? Okay, yeah, I answered that one. But they do. But you were saying they all suck. They all suck. What would your dream setup be? Ooh, we gotta play Dream Car. I feel you already have your dream setup.
Mine?
Yeah.
No, dude, I'm living it right now. I can change anything I want. Put it on.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you have your dream setup.
And I'm living it.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he's had the same system in his car for more than a couple months. No. Right now, he's rocking the Sound Ground Zero.
The uraniums.
Yeah, he's rocking the uranium stuff. Just waiting on the amp. Tommy. I feel bad.
Tommy who?
Yeah, Tommy who? Tommy what?
Jacob what?
Yeah.
Elias what?
Yeah. But no, and hopefully, I mean, we have the Morello amps waiting to go in. We're just waiting for one more amp to come in. As soon as that comes in, you guys will get to see that. So I mean, I feel like Fernando gets a lot of the funness. I mean, if he could do anything to his car, he would probably go with some loudspeakers. I think he would want to do those for like a couple months, and then he would take them out.
So, no, I take it back. No, because we just no.
Okay, so that broke you?
That made me like. No.
We had to do a loud system this week, and it was just, it was horrible.
God, that was.
It was so horrible, and Guy loved it to death. It's like it was so horrible though. But okay, so that changed your mind on that one?
No, totally.
Okay,
totally.
good. I feel like I have to remind you every now and then of that.
Okay, hang on.
Yep.
A good set of loudspeakers.
Hey, from Holland.
Loud tweeters, and not a DSP, definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, if I got to do all that work, why not just get a better set of tweeters in the first place?
Hey, just to try it.
You're killing me.
Yeah, I know.
You're killing me. Oh, hang on. Where did it go? All right, hold on. Try not to break this.
You know, I'm trying to get 3 9-band EQs.
What's the difference between me installing a radio speaker amp, subwoofer, and tweeters versus you guys? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what your level of installation capability is. So we'll take a look here for a second. So these are all dead soldiers, as we call them. These are all zip ties. There's more zip ties over here. So this is from the last 2 days, I think, because we had a car stay the night, so we pulled in right away. So this is from the last 2 days of zip tie action that we do. So
all right, so you have a harness over here, but sometimes you don't need it.
yeah, so we
right?
Yeah,
so you dip pin anything that you don't need
to make it more
clean,
more
and
pretty.
everything. So
the other thing is like, you know, you could buy this too. Like, you could do this. So we have red Tech Flex, we have blue Tech Flex, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sizes of Tech Flex. We have 6 different sizes, 5 different sizes. There is 6, one's missing. That's why there's 6 different sizes of shrink wrap in black, yellow, red, blue, more Tech Flex speakers. So the idea is that, you know, we have everything here to do the install to the best of its ability. And then you have this, which is when we're done with it, we have all the tools required. So these are all handheld RTAs. So that's an RTA. There's 4 RTAs right there. There's another microphone. There's a DM RTA. That's 5. Every Steve Meade tool there could possibly imagine. Tone generator polarity testers. I even got a brand new RTA right here. And of course, we have our RTA sitting right here.
Probably you're going to ask yourself, like, okay,
so
no, it's just a set of speakers.
Just
right?
a set of speakers.
A set of speakers that I'm going to install. What's the difference? I mean, you just showed them
tools,
polarity tester. We gotta make sure everything is in fit. I mean,
now, like I said though, it's not saying you can't do all that. Yeah. You can clearly do. I know some guys that don't do this professionally that do amazing work, and you might be that guy. And there again, there would be no difference then. Why would you pay us to do it?
No.
The reality is you pay us to do it because you don't want to do it. And when you pay us to do it, we treat it like it's ours. We take our time.
Sometimes better.
You know, sometimes better than ours. Yes. Yeah, probably better than ours.
It is always better than ours because.
But
you change something and it's like,
right,
let's go. You change something in a customer car and it's like, make sure it has to be, you know, like 110%. And always has been.
We're never saying that you can't do what we do.
No.
It's just a matter of, do you want to do what we do? That's it.
I'm better.
No, it's, you are. I'm not. So that's all it is. It's you're paying us to do the job, and that means something to us. So I know there's a lot of shops out there that, you know, it's you're just another notch in the belt. We're not that guy. I'm not that guy. I've been doing this too long, and I feel that every car that I work on has to be exactly how I want it, and if it's not, then I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So, and that's that. I mean, I still will if like that push comes to shove, but I mean, trust me, we've done some older cars here in the last couple months that I laugh at because they're like 20-year-old cars.
Yeah.
And like, I've done tons of these cars, and I was telling Fernando, like, we were working on a 90 F-150. We were working on a 1990 F-150.
Yeah.
That, dude, I mean, I started this in 1990. I worked on more of those damn trucks, and I never took the time and effort, put that much time or effort into a 1990 F-150 back in the day compared to what I do now, just because things have changed, better techniques. It's easier to do things if you just, you know, and just the process has changed a lot between 1990 and 2021. So, you know, it took us, I think we worked on that truck all day. You know, we put a set of components in it, and
that's like a day and a half.
you know, it was like a day and a half. But no, it's not to say that you couldn't do a job just as good as we do a job. It's just how much time do you want to spend on it. Like this is funny. So this, which I haven't cut a set of tweeters in an A-pillar in forever, but I had to do a set recently, and I was sitting there and I'm measuring it all out, and I was like, wait a minute, this is dumb. Measured it, put it on my laser. This was the A-pillar.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the sail panel. This was the sail panel, my bad. And I laid this onto the sail panel, traced where the hole needed to go, traced where the hole needed to go on the other side, cut them out, perfect. They lined, everything was great. But yeah, you know, so techniques have changed a lot. And, you know, having access to all the tools that we need to do the job is usually the difference. And that went way too long, I'm sorry. If you had 3 identical cars come in and the customers listen to the same types of music, would you do the same setup or switch them up if they had the same budget? Ooh. I'm gonna say switch them up. I'm not, because we typically, even though we do a lot of the same cars over and over again, very rarely do we do the same system, which is kind of silly because it'd be way easier to just do the same system over and over again. But that's why we carry so many different products, because let's say if we do an audio control D5 1300, all right, and they listen to similar types of music, but what I want to do is I want to get down to what they're doing 90% of the time in the car. So if one guy, he comes in and he's like, nightclubbing it up, bro, well, he's going to get Focal. And the other 2 guys might be a little wishy-washy. They might get Morel, or they might get the Hertz. So it just depends. Now, one guy might be like, subs are all he cares about. He might get a set of comp RTs, or I'm sorry, he might get a set of regular comp Rs in a Fox Acoustics box, whereas the other 2 guys, he might not want no bass, so he might actually go down to a 4-channel, and he might just get like a P300 up underneath the sub, or underneath the seat. So, I mean, the thing is that no one really, everyone has their own thing, so we spend a lot of time, me specifically, Fernando knows to do it too, and he will, and it's like they all just want it loud when he talks to him. Banda music, Epicenter. But we spend a lot of time trying to make sure that we deliver on the promise of a cool stereo. So, yeah, it would be really cool if we could just build like a system and just put it in everybody and everyone was cool with that. But we know it's like, no. The reason why you're here at especially retailers, because you want that extra little panache, that touch, that feel, that whatever that is. And so that's part of it. You know, we try to deliver that. That should be on a shirt next time. We deliver that.
Domino's Pizza.
Oh, no, what was it? Oh, God, what was it yesterday we were talking about? Oh, front bass or back
Front bass? Oh,
So, all right, so check this out. We'll end it on this because we got to get set up for the show.
Yeah.
This week, what we heard a lot of between some of the trainings that we listened to were up front bass. Yeah. And so I said to Fernando, I said, dude, that's becoming the new catchphrase, is up front bass. And so I was like, we should make a t-shirt that says, are you up front bass? Or right here above, you know, like right here, I said, are you a back bass guy? You know, or do you like back bass? So, I'm pretty sure most of you guys like back bass in your cars, but you kind of get where I was going with the shirt. So, anyways, probably won't make that because that would be bad. But are you a front bass or a back bass? Anyways, we'll see you guys in about a half hour, about 20 minutes, I should say. We're going to set up the show. We'll see you guys over on YouTube at 6 o'clock. Can't wait. Answer more questions, and we'll have just a fun time.
That's right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.